In the top stories, regional analysts comment on St. Kitts and Nevis' political landscape. The police issue a stern warning on gang laws, and National Assembly to meet later this week. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Find your wow and wear it from Quartz Optical. Select frames from our 2026 collection featuring Carolina Herrera, Kate Spade, Anna Hickman, Just Cavalli, and more. Plus, get a complimentary premium lens upgrade. Book your appointment online today on quartzoptical.com. Find your wow, wear your wow. With new frames from Quartz Optical, value you can see. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. Conditions apply.
It's something that you can't put into words. A buzz in the air. From the time you wake up, you're ready to go. The freedom, the fantasy, the fet. To know it is to live it and love it. You have to experience it. If you know, you know. Angostura White Oak Rum. New look, same vibes inside.
Welcome to the ZIZ Major Newscast. I am Jamie Morris. While elections are constitutionally due next year, political observers say all signs are pointing to the possibility of a poll being called later this year. The discussion is now centering on how the major parties stack up and whether the opposition can mount a unified challenge. At the center of the conversation is the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party, led by Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew. Opposing them are the People's Action Movement, now led by Natasha Gray Brooks, and the People's Labour Party under former Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris. In a recent podcast interview, political analysts and pollster Peter Wickham say the key question is whether those in opposition can unite or whether they will remain divided heading into the next election. According to commentary circulating in regional political discussions, a fragmented opposition would find it significantly more difficult to defeat a strong Labour Party. Wickham, in describing the political landscape, says it would take what he describes as a political earthquake to remove Labour from power, referencing the historic split that led to the formation of Team Unity and Labour's defeat several years ago.
Look, the Labour Party is very well ingrained into the psyche of Kittitians, and it has a strong foothold in terms of the day-to-day operations of that country. It's a very, very difficult organization to beat, in much the same way that the ALP in Antigua is a difficult organization to beat. The PNM in Trinidad and Tobago is a difficult organization to beat. There are some organizations politically in the region that are just like political juggernauts, and the Labour Party is one of them, which is not to say that they will win every election. They can be beaten.
Right.
Wickham argues that absent of that kind of major shift, Labour remains deeply rooted and structurally strong. He further suggests that in a normal, non-coalition environment, where opposition parties contest separately, the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party is well positioned to retain government. That's due in part to what is being described as a divided opposition landscape, with multiple parties competing for similar support bases. Observers point to ongoing trust issues between opposition figures, particularly between the People's Action Movement and the People's Labour Party. Those divisions, analysts say, are making it difficult to form the kind of coalition that previously proved successful.
I believe it's a matter of trust between the political parties. So how do they overcome that? Because Pam, for sure, I can tell you, they do not trust Timothy Harris, and Timothy Harris may very well have misgivings about Pam. So what do they do? I mean, is it that they just stay there and say, you know what, let's lose the election, we're not going to do?
There are also questions about leadership within the opposition and whether any single figure can unify the various factions in time for an election. Without that unity, Wickham warns, opposition parties will struggle to present a viable alternative government. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Terence Drew has recently rolled out a series of relief measures tied to global economic pressures, moves some are already viewing as a part of a broader pre-election strategy. Cabinet Secretary Dr. Marcus Natter, during his appearance on In Focus on ZIZ, said recent economic relief measures stem from ongoing work by the National Cost of Living Task Force, and explained that the government has been analyzing cost of living pressures for some time, including factors impacting households even before recent global disruptions. While no official election date has been announced, the political temperature is clearly rising, and if current trends hold, analysts say the Labour Party could be heading into the next election with a distinct advantage. As always, we'll continue to track developments as the political picture becomes clearer. In other news, the police in St. Kitts and Nevis are warning the public that tougher laws are now in place to crack down on gang activity, and the penalties are severe. In a statement released on Saturday, April 25th, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force said recent amendments to the Gang Prohibition and Prevention Act have significantly strengthened the country's legal response to gangs. The updated law, passed in 2025, increases prison sentences and expands the list of criminal offenses tied to gang activity. Police say simply forming a gang, being a member, or even attempting to join one is now a criminal offense, and if convicted, can carry penalties of up to 30 years in prison. For gang leaders or those directing operations, that penalty rises to as many as 40 years. The legislation also targets a wide range of related activities. According to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force, recruiting others, pressuring individuals to join, or preventing someone from leaving a gang are all criminal acts. So too is assisting gangs, including harboring members or providing weapons, ammunition, or other support. A new provision in the law introduces the offense of retaliatory action. That includes violence, intimidation, or harassment against people who refuse to join gangs, leave gangs, or cooperate with police. Those convicted could face up to 40 years behind bars. Authorities also warn that impersonating a law enforcement officer to carry out gang-related activity is now punishable by up to 30 years in prison. In addition to jail time, offenders may face fines of up to 100,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars and could have property seized if it is linked to criminal activity. Police are urging residents to stay away from gangs and to report any suspicious activity. They say community cooperation will be key to keeping neighborhoods safe. Also in local news, a sitting of the National Assembly in St. Kitts and Nevis has been scheduled for later this week. According to the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, notice has been given for the Assembly to meet on Thursday, April 30th at 10:30 a.m. The sitting will take place at the National Assembly Chambers at Government Headquarters in Bastille. Officials say the order paper and other supporting documents will be released at a later date. The proceedings will be carried live across multiple platforms. Listeners can tune in on ZIZ Radio 96 FM, as well as other participating radio stations. Viewers can also watch live on ZIZ Television Channel 5 in St. Kitts and Channel 98 in Nevis, and online via the ZIZ website. In addition, copies of any bills to be debated will be published on the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service website under the Bills section once they become available. The sitting comes as Parliament continues its legislative agenda for the year. After the break, the Cost of Living Task Force continues to develop economic relief strategies, and the St. Kitts Tourism Authority creates a new artificial reef. We'll have the details in a moment.
Here are your hosts, the Value Mart IGA Blue Tag Specials.
Running April 16th to April 29th.
Quaker Captain Crunch cereals, just $13.79. Essential Everyday Fries, just $15.99. Hawaiian Punch drinks, just $16.99. Essential Everyday Stir-Fried Vegetables, $8.99. Charmin Bathroom Tissue Essentials, 6 mega rolls, $23.99.
And now our value deals. Essential Everyday Cooking Oil Sprays, $9.99. Essential Everyday Canned Tomatoes, $4.49. IGR Essential Everyday Salad Dressing, $10.99. Essential Everyday Dish Detergent, $8.99. Soft Soap Liquid Hand Soap, $6.99. Equaline Mouthwash, $17.99. Shell Smart, Shell Value Mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart.
Hey, shop smart, shop Value Mart.
Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice. You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank Life is nice. Home or away, any time of the day. Credit or debit, right in your pocket. With National Bank card, so many benefits. Oh yeah, the choice is yours. Just come and embrace it.
Live your life your way with purchases big or small. Mango, nuts, breadfruit and all.
You can spend it when you want it, how you like, where you like. Swipe your card, live your life. National Bank life is nice, nice, nice.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Welcome back. Cabinet Secretary Dr. Marcus Natus says recent economic relief measures stem from ongoing work by the National Cost of Living Task Force. He explained that the task force has been analyzing cost of living pressures for some time, including factors impacting households even before recent global disruptions. Dr. Natt noted that international events continue to influence local prices, particularly through imports, shipping, and fuel costs. He said these costs eventually filter down to consumers, making it necessary to focus on energy and transport-related pressures. Dr. Natta added that the task force has been prioritizing energy costs and exploring options such as alternative energy solutions and concessions on energy-efficient equipment.
We have been looking at cost of living long before any of these conflicts, whether Ukraine, Russia, or Iran, Israel, Gaza. We were looking at cost of living in general using our National Cost of Living Task Force. And so these most recent economic measures really came from discussions from the Cost of Living Task Force that we then passed on to the federal government. The world is not as large as people may think it is. And so anything that's happening elsewhere often has a direct impact here. We import these goods, whether it's food or other products. And so when it comes to that, you're talking shipping, whether it's by air or sea, all of these modes of transportation require fuel. So any changes in the cost of fuel, especially if it increases, means there's an increase in cost that trickles down all the way down to us as consumers. And so the Cost of Living Task Force really wanted to tackle the energy part of things in terms of fuel. And then, because we can't necessarily control shipping costs and the oil prices, we thought of, again, looking at alternative energy equipment and giving concessions on those.
The St. Kitts Tourism Authority, in collaboration with private sector partners, has successfully deployed an aircraft offshore to create a new artificial reef for the island's marine environment. The structure was sunk on April 23rd and is positioned near the well-known Talata Wreck off Potato Bay, where it is expected to enhance the local underwater landscape and expand dive tourism offerings. Officials say the new site will serve as an additional attraction for both visiting and local divers, while supporting the island's position as a premier diving destination. The artificial reef is also expected to play a key role in supporting marine life, providing habitat for hundreds of species and contributing to overall ocean health and biodiversity. Prior to deployment, the aircraft, formerly housed at Ronald Reagan International Airport, underwent rigorous environmental preparation to ensure it poses no threat to marine ecosystems. Officials describe the initiative as a forward-thinking step that combines tourism development with environmental stewardship, strengthening St. Kitts' appeal as a sustainable Caribbean destination. Coming up in regional news, CARICOM Election Observation Mission 9-member team deployed to Antigua and Barbuda ahead of April 30th elections. The details after this.
At The Cable, we believe in giving back because when our community thrives, we all do. That's why, as a company, we make it our mission to touch the lives of everyone in St. Kitts. We spearheaded the renovation of JNF Hospital lobby to ensure better care for all. The Cable sponsors free Wi-Fi in every community center across St. Kitts, so no one is left behind in an increasingly connected world. We stand with communities through every moment, big or small, in culture, education, youth development, and more. Y a ti también, comunidad latina. Cuenta con nosotros. Estamos con ustedes. And when it comes to customer service, we set the standard. We're just a call, click, or visit away because you matter to us. Join the company that truly cares. The Cable, more than service. We're family. Somos familia. And we're proud to always give more where it matters.
Looking for a new vehicle? Horsford's automotive division has exactly what you need. Reliable performance, modern design, and a team committed to getting you on the road with confidence. From everyday drives to exciting upgrades, quality and service come standard. Ready to refresh your home? Visit Ashley Furniture Home Store at Horsford's. Discover statement pieces, stylish accents, and comfort designed to elevate your space instantly. Planning a project? The Building Center provides premium paints mixed to perfection and expert guidance every step of the way. Bring your ideas to life with ease. Automotive, home style, building essentials, all in one trusted destination. Make it simple. Make it smart. Experience everything Horsford's has to offer today. Try Horsford's first.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now. If you need cash in a flash with now, no need to fuss, leave it to us. When you need cash in a flash, no need to fuss, leave it to us. Hear me now.
When life throws surprises your way, now's here to help. Whether it's for an urgent bill payment, home improvements, or unexpected health expenses, or even that last-minute holiday trip. With Now, you get cash in a flash, approved in just 24 hours.
Now loans, cash at the speed of life, so fast you won't believe it. Now loans, cash at the speed of life, right now, right now.
A loan product powered by National Bank.
Regionally, the CARICOM Secretariat says it received a formal request from Prime Minister Gaston Brown on April 5th to deploy an election observation mission ahead of the April 30th polls. In response, the Secretary General confirmed the regional body would move forward with the necessary arrangements. A 9-member team is now on the ground. The mission is being led by Maxine McLean of Barbados Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Other members include regional election officials and public service leaders, among them Ambassador Felix Gregor of Dominica and Herman St. Helen, who is serving as Deputy Chief of Mission. They are joined by representatives from Jamaica, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. The team is being supported by staff from the CARICOM Secretariat, including program and administrative personnel. The core group arrived in Antigua and Barbuda on April 23rd and has already begun meeting with key stakeholders. Those discussions include government officials, opposition representatives, and the country's electoral commission. Observers are also engaging civil society, including youth groups, business leaders, religious organizations, and members of the media to get a full picture of the electoral environment. On Election Day, April 30th, the team will monitor the entire voting process. That includes the opening of polling stations, the casting and counting of ballots, and the preparation of official results. According to the CARICOM Secretariat, the mission will also gather both quantitative and qualitative data, including how electoral officials and political actors conduct themselves. Following the vote, the observers will issue a preliminary statement on their findings. A final report will be then submitted to CARICOM leadership and shared with authorities in Antigua and Barbuda, the opposition, and the public. The observation team is expected to wrap up its work and depart the country on May 3rd. CARICOM says the effort is part of its ongoing commitment to supporting free, fair, and transparent elections across the region. Coming up, U.S. President Donald Trump and First Lady were rushed off stage as shots rang out near the ballroom at the Washington Hilton Hotel last night. We'll have the details after this.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI. Always here for you, always. NCI is here for you, always. Whole life, term life for your peace. Healthcare, health plans, no worries. Home shield coverage, you're safe. Choose NCI to secure your space. Life challenges,
A major security scare in Washington on Saturday after gunfire erupted outside one of the Capitol's most high-profile events, the White House Correspondents' Association dinner. According to CBS News, President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump were rushed off stage by Secret Service agents Saturday night as shots rang out near the ballroom at the Washington Hilton Hotel. Dinner attendees were seen ducking under tables as the situation unfolded. Authorities say the suspect is now in custody. Multiple sources told CBS News the man has been identified as 31-year-old Cole Allen of Torrance, California. Police say he was armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and knives and is believed to have acted alone. Law enforcement sources also confirm a Secret Service agent was struck by a round but was protected by a bulletproof vest and is expected to recover. The president later returned to the White House where he addressed the public. Investigators are now piecing together more details about the suspect. Sources tell CBS News the shotgun used in the attack was purchased in August 2025, while a semi-automatic pistol in his possession was bought in 2023. Authorities say Allen has a strong academic background. He earned a master's degree in computer science from California State University, Dominguez Hills, in 2025. Before that, he completed an undergraduate degree in mechanical engineering at California Institute of Technology in 2017. Investigators say he later worked as a teacher at C2 Education in Torrance, where he had been living for several years. He was even named Teacher of the Month in December 2024. Officials say the suspect had recently traveled across the country by train. Speaking on Face the Nation, Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche said the suspect went from Los Angeles to Chicago, then on to Washington. He added the suspect was staying at the same hotel where the event was being held. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing, but early indications suggest this was a lone actor. We'll have more details as the story develops. When we come back, we'll have another look at the stories that made the headlines.
Trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, life challenges will come your way, but NCI brightens your day, through your life's journey, we're here to stay, NCI will protect you all the way, whole life, term life, for your peace, healthcare, health plans, no worries, home shield coverage, you're safe, choose NCI to secure your space, trust in NCI, come to NCI, protect with NCI, only NCI, always here for you, always, NCI is here for you, always.
Yeah, man. Another day in the books. Well, hello there. Ooh, she pretty from head to toe, and are you ready to go? Wait there. Whew. Can't afford to slip up. Not even in my dreams.
Here's a recap of the top stories. Regional analysts comment on St. Kitts and Nevis' political landscape. The police issue a stern warning on gang laws, and National Assembly to meet later this week. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Major Newscast. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at ZIZ News, have a good week. I'm Jamie Morris.